crime spree ending in Les County tonight. A bank robber we first showed you Saturday has been unmasked and arrested. John Barry is accused of robbing a bank in Eureka. Barry is now behind bars, but tonight we're learning he's accused of much more.
Russell Kinsall is in Eureka digging into another heist Barry pulled off before cops caught up with him.
Yeah, right behind me is the Commerce Bank branch here in Eureka that John Barry's charged with robbing Saturday. He's also charged with a jewelry store break-in in Ellisville. Thanks to a determined St. Louis police detective, these crimes were solved pretty quickly. Here's what the bank robber at the Eureka Commerce Bank looked like on a security camera.
He came in, he had his identity concealed. He had glasses, a face mask, COVID-type face mask on. He came in and demanded money.
Surveillance video showed he walked out with the $2 grand he took and into a nearby neighborhood. Police located doorbell camera video of him getting into and driving away in this white pickup, but he apparently knew Eureka has license plate reading cameras.
So he had taken some action to try to conceal not only his identity, but conceal the vehicle, any markings on his vehicle or any license plates so we could identify that vehicle.
A detective at the St. Louis Police Department's Real-Time Crime Center saw a report on the bank robbery and jumped in to help. That detective found the evidence that cracked the case.
This was nothing short of just absolutely fantastic police work by this detective and the Real-Time Crime Center.
The detective was able to search the flock camera system for a white pickup and found video of the suspect's truck before the license plates were removed. Police were able to identify 57-year-old John Barry as the owner of the pickup. He was arrested at his home on South Broadway in the city and confessed to the crime.
A search of his residence revealed stolen items from a business burglary that had occurred on the same day as our bank robbery.
Barry is suspected of breaking into Robert Hunt Jewelry on Manchester at Ellisville overnight Saturday. A loud burglar alarm chased him off within 1 minute. He was charged with burglary late this afternoon.
Thanks to the collaborative police work from the city of St. Louis and Ellisville, who was very quick to respond. I mean, talking minutes. We apprehended him and got all the product back.
What started as a frightening crime on Saturday led to several police agencies working together to get a career criminal suspected of more crimes off the street.
In this case, we're able to have a suspect in custody from a robbery at a bank in less than 24 hours.
Captain Michael Wurgis with the Eureka Police Department was very complimentary not only of his detectives but of the help that they received from the St. Louis Police Department. Now, Barry was out on parole after serving time on previous burglary charges, also in Ellisville. Live in Eureka, Russell Kinsall, First Alert 4.
All right.